I was muted. So, to refresh, uh, I was asking questions. So I asked him, how long have you been playing? What server? He said, you've been playing since 2016, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What server are you originally from? You said Tarlac. Okay. How did you first get into the game? You said, how did you first get introduced to the game? You said, you were looking for games. You're going through a deep time right now. You're going through a deep time, deep struggle, and you were looking for a game to distract you, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I asked you what was the inspiration behind your character's name. You said it was a character based off of Final Fantasy, correct?
Yep.
Okay. I asked you what was your main game right now. You said Destiny 2, correct?
Indeed.
Okay. And then I asked you, what aspects of the game did you like? You said Fashionogi. And then with Fashionogi, you said you just kind of put on whatever you feel like putting on based on how you feel. Okay. And now we are talking about art. You said, what made you interested in art? You said your family, and you went to art school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like,
You took
high
art
school,
classes. You took art classes. Okay. And then I asked you favorite style of art. You said you kind of just go with the flow. And now we're having a deeper conversation about art itself. We're talking about why do you think people do art? And now let's continue that conversation. Why do you think people do art?
I think it's like a combination of things, like outlets for certain emotions, that kind of stuff. Some people, they really, really like art.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, some people get in art for other reasons. Some people just have it there in front of them.
Okay.
I use it like, whenever I draw something, I tend to change whatever music I'm listening to get an idea of what I want to actually put on that canvas.
Oh wow. So I think that's very interesting. Why do you think you change your music? You think you change your music? You think your music? Do you think music itself? Because music, I feel like, is also an artistic outlet itself, and it can help portray certain moods or certain feelings. So do you think because of music, it's able to help you guide you through your art because of that fact?
Most definitely.
Okay. So do you always listen to music when you draw?
Yep.
Okay. What type of music do you listen to then?
Well, it really varies, to be honest. When it comes to cars, it's like, that kind of car racing kind of music.
Okay.
And then when it comes to like people, I'm still trying to figure out how to draw people for that matter. I like to listen to like, chill stuff or music that's kind of like intense for certain things.
Okay.
There is this one piece that I'm currently working on. It's like, a building in like an underground setting. And for that for that piece in particular, I'm using like very intense music.
Makes sense. So, what current pieces are you working right now? You said are you working on something using intense music for? You said? Sorry, I couldn't catch that last part.
Yes.
Okay. What is the theme of this piece? What is this piece about?
I can find it.
Okay. Take your time. While he's looking for that, his art piece. Hope everyone's having a good day today in the chat.
My desktop? This is my desktop.
Ooh. I'm really tired today despite all the sleeping I've done already. I feel that. I can relate to that. I can understand that. I was busy all week. I'm actually in the middle. I was actually editing a YouTube video yesterday for True Honesty podcast, and I have a lot of pre-saved interviews, it's like kind of like a documentary plan for y'all. But yeah.
There it is.
You found it? Okay, great. So, what is this piece about?
There we go.
Oh, you sent it to me? Okay. Ooh. Do you mind if I show this on screen? If I share it with you? Share it on screen? The piece you said, huh?
You can.
I can? Okay. So, this is the piece. Hold on. Let me go to the desktop to our DM. Display capture. Hold on. You see? Give me 1 second, my lovelies. So this is the piece he shared with me. So what does this piece mean? What were you trying to portray here?
Well, the piece in general is like a background for like a character I'm creating. So it's like their little origin story kind of thing.
Okay. Cool.
And all that, instruction you see, something that they did.
Wow. Is this character a villain? Is this character a hero? An anti-hero? What are they?
They're more of like, I'll say they're neutral.
They're neutral. Okay. What was the reason for all this destruction? Were they in pain? Did they have a tragic backstory?
They had a very tragic backstory.
Oh. I see. That is definitely interesting. I like how we have this hole in the middle. All this oh. I really like your art style a lot. I think what's really drawing me into this piece, and how like there's like you see all this destruction, but there's a hole in the middle. Did this character pass through this hole, or like go through it? What is this? What does this represent? The hole in the middle, like in the very middle of the picture, or this cave here.
Well, that little piece that you see right there is actually like. It ties into the blue stuff that's over there. That little yellow thing that you see down there is like casting like a little protect barrier.
It's creating a protect.
Your left.
Right here?
No, not that. To the left, like right in front of the building.
To the left in front of the building. My left or this left? Hold on. Am I getting warmer? You said blue stuff, right?
Yeah, the blue stuff down there at the bottom. It's like not exactly entirely blue, but it's like a type of blue.
Oh, okay. Okay. Interesting. And why does it tie into it? Why is it?
It's blocking off that little portal right there, which caused that little corruption that you see in the middle right there.
Okay. Wow. This is deep. I really like this a lot. What inspired you to do this? What inspired you to make a piece like this? What was your inspiration?
I wanted to try something new.
Okay. You want to try something new? It's always good to take... I always like when people do creativity. Alright. Now, when I first met you, now we talk a little bit more about your art. Let's talk more about your stream. Tell us more about your stream and why you decided to become a streamer.
Well, originally it was basically like, and it still is. I want to stream stuff for my friends to watch because on Discord, my internet doesn't exactly like using Discord to stream.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think that's really good too. You streaming your art because it helps you build a platform and basically help build an art portfolio. Like I like that you're on Twitter. I like that you're sharing your art, and I think with streaming you'll reach more people with art too. You'll get an audience because if you're known for streaming art, more people will like you to look at your art, and you could probably even, if you do decide to do it, I don't know if you are, but if you decide to do art professionally and get monetary gain from it, I think social media can do a lot for you in terms of advertising, getting your name out there, and doing art. Do you want to pursue art full time? Do you want to do it as a career?
It's the current moment, not at the moment, no.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
Well, as much as I would love to do art full time, I'm more into the aspect of playing video games.
Okay. Do you want to get into the gaming industry?
There is that curiosity, but at the same time, it's like, do I want to, or do I not want to?
Okay. Makes sense. Okay. Now, when I first met you, let's talk a little bit more about Mabi. Now, when I first met you, I met you from the Gate Guild. Were you in Gate originally, or you were friends with Gate? Because I remember when I first met you, we were in the Gate Discord.
I was actually in the Gate,
The Guild? Okay.
Guild.
What was the Gate Guild like for you?
I liked it. People were neat, unique, that kind of stuff. They were friendly.
How did you first get recruited into that guild?
Well, beforehand, I already actually knew some people. I was actually friends with them. And then, my guild that I was originally in kind of died.
Okay.
So I ended up going there.
Makes sense. What throughout your time of the guild, what was your favorite moments from being in Gate?
finding stuff with them and getting, better at the things that I currently use.
Okay. Now, I remember when I first met you. I wasn't in Gate yet, but I first met you because I used to be in Gate. When I first met you, we were both from Gate. What were your first impressions of me when we first met?
Not gonna lie, I honestly don't remember.
Okay. Well, I thought you were really cool with your art because you seemed to be really passionate about it. You would always stream it for us in a Discord server. So I thought you were really something you were very passionate about. But yeah. If you have anyone to give a shout out to, who would you want to shout out in Gate that you enjoyed?
I don't know if many of them play Navi anymore, that's the thing.
Still, even if you do want to shout them out, who?
Probably Yoshi.
Probably Yoshi?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Cool. Now, for people playing Mabi, I know Mabi can take people for a wild ride. So, what is your advice to people who, a lot of people in Mabi there's a lot of different people a variety of people who play Mabi, right? What is your advice for people who may feel bullied because they like something other people may not like? Or what is your advice for people what is your advice for people who don't fit in? Who don't always necessarily fit in with the crowd?
Keep being your unique self. Nothing else anyone else says matters. And you will eventually find that friend group if you establish it. And when you do, you'll have one hell of a ride.
Was it hard? Did you have to go through a lot of Mabi challenges yourself? Like finding different friend groups and like navigating Mabi socially?
Not necessarily, because I didn't really, I still don't talk to many people on here.
Okay. Why do you think that is?
I've learned something about being on the internet. There are certain times when you talk and certain times when you don't, because you don't know exactly what you're going to find and who you're going to find.
I think that's very important. I think that's also really good in terms of surviving cyberbullying as well. Like, you don't know what you're going to find and who you're going to find. You kind of just have to go with the force. You kind of have to go with the flow. I also think Sinarthra. But you don't know what you're gonna find and who you're gonna find. I think that's very important. I think it's also important. That's a very important thing to know when navigating toxicity as well. That you don't know who you're gonna find or what you're gonna find. Not everyone's gonna get along with each other. And the important thing is I guess the most important thing is to keep doing you and not worry about others so much and keep doing your own thing. The people who will support you and will stay with you and stick by your side. The people who don't. You can't expect. I guess my thing is with me that I want everyone to know is that you can't expect to be liked all the time. You can't expect people to like you all the time. There are gonna be people who like you, there are gonna be people who don't like you for whatever their reasons may be. But you can't expect to be liked all the time. You just can't. And you gotta be, at some point, you have to know to keep doing you and being you and do what you want to do. Yeah. Is there anything you want people to take away from this interview? We talked about a lot of things. We talked about reasons you stuck to the game. We talked about your passion for art. We talked about people you've met and the community, people you've interacted with on Mabi. We talked about navigating conflict and doing you and the importance of being yourself and not trying to fit in all the time. What do you want people to take away from this interview with you?
Well, I don't know if this was said or not, but if there's something you're going for that you're trying to achieve at some point, going for it. It'll knock you down sometimes, but you always have some people there to support you. The important point about that is just don't give up.
Don't give up. I think that's very important. Because if you want something you're good at, you do everything you can to go get it. And I encourage people to be. I also encourage people to go be a go-getter, go hustle, do your own thing, and don't be afraid to start things. And don't be afraid to stick up for yourself. Don't be afraid to stick up for what you believe in. I don't know if y'all hear that background noise in the background. Can you hear it?
Yshikokikharu.
You can. Yeah, crying child. But the important thing in this interview, I have a really sensitive mic. But the important thing to know during this interview is to go for what you, be a go-getter, go for what you want to go for, have ambition, and don't let anything stop you from having that ambition. Don't care what anyone thinks. The people who support you will support you. And at the end of the day, what matters most is that you feel fulfilled and you feel comfortable and you feel what accomplished. No one else matters but you. And I think that's important. Okay, with that being said, I want to wrap up this interview. Yshiko, thank you for coming on to be interviewed. I enjoyed the interview. I think we had really good dialogue. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Is there any final words you want to say before we close? Anything?
Hello.
Okay. If you see me in these errand streets, if you see Yshiko in these errand streets, you already know what the fuck it is. RealTalk is signing out. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. If I decide to sounds like a TED Talk low-key. I mean, I like that comparison. That's actually a really good compliment. Thank you, Rapid. That's a really good compliment. I actually like it because TED Talk is up there. TED Talk is up there. So that's a thank you for that. That's a really good compliment. Thank you for that, Rapid. But yeah. If you see us in these errand streets, you already know what the fuck it is. RealTalk is signing off. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Have a good one. See you later. Don't forget, you guys can follow me on my Twitter, my YouTube, and all my social media links are down in the panels below. Bye, y'all.